welcome in. I am just hopping on, setting up the space for everyone to start receiving Reiki. How is everyone's Wednesday? Jenna, you didn't ignore it this time. Good. Welcome in. Thank you for the Heart Me Miami. Welcome in. How is everyone feeling? How are we feeling now that we are at Wednesday? And if you're just popping in, you may feel a lot of warmth come within your body because I'm using the carnelian along with Reiki. So I'm amping up that heat pretty quickly here. Thank you for accepting, Miami. Welcome in. Thank you for the rose, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley, for 25 roses and the heart me. Thank you. Forget was the right word, not ignore. Oh, Jenna, I'm glad you're doing good. I'm doing good as well. Thank you for asking. I'm a little tired because I bought like this pedal machine for under my desk and I pedaled like a madman today. So like my legs are sore. It's great. Hello, Becca. Welcome in. How was your Wednesday? Again, if you're just popping in, just consent to that flow of Reiki energy and then it will start flowing. You may feel a lot of heat kind of rush within your body. I'm working on building up that heat here so you can completely relax, and we'll start working on having that positive outlook. If you're maybe struggling a bit with, seeing things in a more positive light, because we are in Mercury retrograde. We just came off that eclipse energy, off that new moon energy. Now we are heading into a full moon on Tuesday. So we're just, hitting you back to back here. We're gonna help bring forth that positive outlook. Happy Wednesday, Cassidy. Welcome in. How is everyone feeling? And we will be doing our full moon ceremony on Tuesday next week. That link is in the bio if you want to reserve your candle for that ceremony. They are now open. And it is in the sign of Scorpio. And you guys know I love Scorpios. I consider them like my more dark and mysterious counterpart to Pisces. So I love that it's in Scorpio. Busy day. Aw, we'll sit back and relax, just rest here. You don't have to do anything here as always, just sink into whatever you're sitting on, laying on. Maybe you're doing something in the background. You can just set this down and listen and still receive Reiki. Hello, Sharzad. Hello, Firefly. Welcome in. How have your Wednesdays been? How are we feeling? I'm gonna start loosening up the body. I feel like that's what we need to do first. We need to release some tension. I feel some tense bodies in here, some tense emotions. It is safe to release. It is safe to relax. Thank you for the little crown, Cassidy. I've been sick with a stomach bug. Holy moly, Jessica, I am so sorry. Thank you for the garland crown, Firefly. I hate that. I am so sorry. This carnelian should help the tummy too, help ease it. I still cannot believe we're at Wednesday. Time is just flying. Flying. And then the Soul Purpose Reiki is already coming up on May 8th. Like, where is time going right now? Where is it going? Ari, like your driving license? Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's keep relaxing that body. Let's not be stressed. Ooh, Cassidy, I totally get that. I am so sorry. Congratulations, Ari. Yes, it's stressful driving. Don't get me wrong. It's stressful to a degree because you can't control what other people are doing, right? So try to be as calm as you can be when you're driving, paying attention. Hello, Yarvison. Welcome in. How was your Wednesday? I live in New Jersey, for those who may not know. And I'm so sorry if you're also here in New Jersey with me. You guys cannot drive. You are horrible drivers. You have road rage, you have tempers, and you're horrible. It can be scary. Like, I have people in New Jersey that you can tell they're trying to be aggressive, like tailgate you unnecessarily. And I just don't budge. I'm like, nope, I'm not playing this game. We're not doing this dangerous driving crap here. Not with me. Thank you, Leela, for the heart me. How are you? Welcome in. But I do like being up here in New Jersey. You guys just need to figure out how to drive, okay? That's it. That's my only complaint. Oh, Ari. Let's go deep into the tummies. I want you to envision like a reddish, orangish light, a ball of warm light in your tummies. Let this ball of light build, feel its warmth. Oh, good, Leela. I am good. Thank you for asking. Hello, Maggie. Hello, Rihanna. How have your Wednesdays been? I'm going into your tummies right now to build that ball of light. Leela, I have not been to Mass. I do want to go, but I have heard that they are even worse drivers, so I don't know if I could tolerate it. It was good. Thank you for asking. Hello, Rain. Welcome in. Again, if you want to go into your tummy right here, right now, I am building this ball of light. It's kind of red and orange, so like the color of this carnelian and the color of that light together, put together. Let this warmth build. Let it start taking the stress off of your body. And if you're new, say hello, welcome in. We have the greatest group of people here. Oh, Firefly, yeah. I'm originally from a small town that literally had like one stoplight and train tracks. So, you know, bad drivers, not that they didn't exist there, but I mean, how bad can you really drive at 35 miles an hour? You know? Because that was like the speed limit through the whole town. Thank you, Rihanna. So I could just heard my stomach gurgle. Let's go into these shoulders. I feel some tense shoulders. Let them relax. This is your safe space to let those shoulders drop. Let the heat in. Putting like an energetic heating pad on your shoulders and your neck. And when you release some of this energy and release some of this tension, this may cause emotions to rise. So if some tears fall, let them fall. You hold emotion in your body. Let it out. Oh, really? Rain. Yeah, I don't think mine did either originally. Hello, Michelle. Welcome in. How was your Monday? Jesus. Wednesday been? I did it again. I don't know what day it is anymore. I'm just here. I just know that there's a pattern that I have to follow, and I'm just following the pattern without knowing what day it is. Do you guys sometimes function like that? You're like, oh, I know, you know, every other day I do something. That's kind of how I feel. Your shoulder twitched, Yari. Too funny. Hello, India. Oh, Maggie. How was your day? How many hours did you work today? No, let's not do Monday over again. We were at Wednesday. Yeah, kind of like autopilot. Like my body knows what I'm supposed to do, but what day is it? I don't know. What time is it? No clue. Keep letting those shoulders drop, letting that, ooh, the base of the neck. Let me go deeper into the base of the neck. Again, this may make some of you have tears come out. Like, it may happen. It's completely normal. Just gonna gently work on this some more. Yeah, exactly, Miami. Like, subconscious, it knows what I need to do, and we're just doing it. 9 hours? Are you kidding me? That's like the least you ever worked since joining here. That is amazing. And I am good. Thank you for asking. I am so excited that you finally worked like basically a normal day and not like 14 hours. Incredible. I'm super excited, guys, because literally India works all the time. Amazing. You need like a, I don't know. I feel like we need to send you something, send you a present or something for having a short day. Oh, that's incredible. Let's go deeper into those shoulders. Are you ready to go even deeper and release more tension? Again, if you're just hopping in, consent to this energy flow. If you're new, say hello. We have the best group of people in here that chat back and forth and support one another. Hello, Hannah. Welcome in. How was your Wednesday? I almost said Monday again. Wednesday. Oh, I used to do that too, Miami, and I decided I didn't like it because I felt like I was still basically only having 2 days off because I was so worn down. It was a really physical job at that time. Thank you, Mando Mom, for the tiny diny. Thank you for consenting. Hello, Hopeful. How has your Wednesday been? Are you, Michelle? Yeah, let's keep working on this. I hope things go well. Thank you for consenting, Gabby. But anyway, I used to do 10-hour days and I felt like I was still wasting a day. So I didn't feel like I was really getting the benefit of 3 days off. You know what I mean? Oh, Trixie. And there's people at my current job who want to do 10-hour days. And I'm like, if you want to do it, you do it. I'm not going to do it. But whatever. Oh, Hannah. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. That is really horrible pain. Definitely soak up this Reiki. Office, yeah. That would make it easier. Good, Ashley. I'm so good that went well. I'm so good. I'm so glad that went well. You work overnight and have tomorrow off. That's nice, Firefly. Fridays and Thursdays are my short days. Then I have weekends off. Nice, Cassidy. Nice. I am all in favor of full-time dropping to 32 hours. That's just my personal opinion. I think that would be nice if that was just the standard. Maybe one day. Let's scratch. Do you want to scratch with some black kyanite? Let's do it. So the energy is, you're going to feel like the heat, the intensity of the heat kind of drop a little bit. Reiki is still a very warm energy, but since I'm putting away a hot crystal and I'm picking up what I consider a cooler vibe crystal, the black kyanite, there's fuzz stuck in it, you may feel the heat change a bit. That is amazing, Cassidy. I'm switching to black kyanite, so we're gonna get scratchy. Scratchy, scratchy in those shoulders. I wake up at 3 a.m. for work. Holy moly, Megan. Wait, what time zone are you in? Because if you need to wake up at 3, it's almost 9 here on the East Coast. I would already be passed out. That is early. Again, let this black kyanite scrap. Oh, you're only an hour behind. Oh my gosh. What time do you normally go to bed? Can kyanite scrape out all the frustrations? Yes. So we are actually going to be working on having a more positive mindset, not toxic positivity, just seeing maybe where things are better than we've been perceiving them. You know what I mean? We don't do, sorry, my moldavite ring. I think I bumped it and I made it unstable. I knocked it loose a little bit. But you know, just seeing things in a bit more positive light. Well, usually not till almost 10. Oh my gosh, Megan. Hello, Mystical. Welcome in. Oh, Dante. Yes, Yari, absolutely can. So Reiki is flowing through your entire body. Even though I'm giving attention to one specific area, it's flowing throughout. And I'm on the shoulders, so you may also feel this travel down the back pretty well too. Oh, I totally get that, Megan. I do the same. I don't know why. Hello, Rachel. Welcome in. How was your Wednesday? Are we all ready for the full moon in Scorpio on Tuesday? And if you got my email blast, oh my God. So Scorpio in the email is spelled correctly. Okay, I'm just gonna call myself out because it's funny. I do shit like this all the time. But in the email title, I put Scorpio. So just ignore that. Yes, Caroline, yes. Oh, I love that, Cassidy. And you feel it in your lower back, Trixie? Yes. Keep letting this stress go. Yes, I love Scorpios too. I consider them my more like dark and mysterious counterpart to Pisces. So under this full moon in Scorpio, this is about going deep, really breaking that emotional surface, pulling those things up that you need to let go of and not be afraid of them, not be embarrassed of them, and just let them out. So if you want to do that with us on Tuesday, link is in the bio to reserve your candle. I do that with candle magic and Reiki. And they're always really like sacred, communal events to be a part of. Like even if you're just here for the Reiki, you don't do the candle, they're just really amazing events to be a part of. But I highly recommend a candle if you're like, look, I'm ready. It's time to let shit go. It's time to really make a big move. It's time for big healing. I highly recommend doing the candle. Candle magic is fast. It's rapid. It's big. Dante. Aquarius and your fiance is a Libra. I love it. I finally have an interview. Yes, Dante. Congratulations. So actually, let's scratch all the way down the spine. Ooh, I'm already seeing cords being let go of. I'm pulling them literally from the base of your spine, from your hips. So you may feel some tugging as I do this. Just let these cords release organically. You don't have to do anything. You're a Scorpio mystical. I love it. So is Annie. Annie, are you still in here? Annie is a Scorpio. There is not a sign that I don't like, so I don't want to give the impression that, I dislike a sign. That's not the case. Thank you, Cassidy, for the roses, but I find myself very drawn to people typically who are Scorpios, Virgos, Libras, of course my own sign, Pisces, Sagittarius. Like a lot of people that I know or like in my friend group, they tend to be those signs. Oh, Trixie. I do have actually something of my own making that would help. They're not listed. It's a home tranquility box. It's made of crystals and lavender that I grew in my own garden. Those are not listed, but if you would be interested in having one, absolutely send me a message and I can get you one. And it comes with garnierite, rose quartz, blue calcite, and then where's my golden healer? This is a set that I broke apart and kept for myself, but also a golden healer. So that could actually open up a portal of Reiki in your home to bring peace. But what you can also do personally is sound clearing. So playing things like I'm playing now, frequency music. If you feel like the air is stagnant, clapping, like doing something with sound. I like to clap in the corners of my home when I feel like the peace is disturbed and I need to move that energy or it's stagnant. You can also do smoke cleansing to clear things out. And finally, one of my favorite ways is to call in the archangels. So you ask an archangel to stand in each corner of your home and ask them to protect, ground, and clear out the energy. Leo, Sun, Pisces, Moon, Aquarius, Rising. I love it. Good, Leela. I'm glad it's feeling good. Do you mystical? I love it. Yay, Hannah, thank you for purchasing a candle. I cannot wait to do them as always. I love reading the energy and then seeing like what results happen. I love it. I love seeing what happens afterwards. Let's keep pulling some more of those cords out of the hips, out of the base of the spine. Feels like a lot of stress we're holding on to, and it's stress that we don't necessarily need to be holding on to. But I get it, if something didn't go right, or if you're worried about something going right, it's easy to like let that take over and it gets stuck in the body. I'll never forget that one time the energy was so chaotic you had to keep moving your hands quick. That live was crazy. Like we had never done a live that fast. It was amazing. Yes. Definitely feeling it in the hips. And again, if you're just popping in, say hello, welcome in, welcome to Wednesday Night Reiki. We have the greatest group of people in here where you can talk and share, be supported, and heal. I was gonna say something else and I just forgot. It'll come back to me if it's important, I guess. Ooh. Yes, Dolly, absolutely. Let me scratch from the top of your head down to the base of your spine. Hello, Dolly. Yes, absolutely, Cher. And just scratching again, kind of like how I'm doing. I'm like scratching like that, so. Congratulations. That is incredible. That is so exciting, Dolly. Hello, Catherine. Welcome in. How has your Wednesday been? Happy Wednesday, everyone that's just popping in. I love it, Megan. I love it. Having a clean space, and it doesn't have to be immaculate, but having a space that you feel comfortable in, you know, that feels clean to you, that's so important to energy work too. The way that your space is set up is really important too. Me too, Mystical. I like to keep it more casual in here as we're healing. Because it's like an energy workout. So yeah, you definitely need to stay hydrated. It's definitely a workout. Oh, Catherine. Thank you, Cassidy. I just saw your order come through. I am so excited for the Scorpio full moon. Like, so excited. Because I'm going to do my own candle again for this one. And I am ready to go really deep. Let's go deeper than we've ever gone before in those emotional waters. Let's do it. Water helps the energy flow. Mystical, yeah. So there's this, I'm not super well versed on, what do you call it? Feng Shui, I think is what you call it. I'm not super well versed on it. However, I have noticed that in my own healing journey and my own healing work, that if my place is chaotic, I feel chaotic. If my place is dirty, my energy feels kind of dirty and mucky. I'm not able to concentrate. I'm not able to like really flow how I want to flow. So having your space, you know, set up in a way and cleaned up in a way that makes you feel good, it absolutely has an effect on you. And I encourage each of you to try it. Like, rearrange your space if something doesn't feel quite right. If you feel like the energy just, for instance, you walk into a room and you go in there like, I feel so unproductive coming in this room. Try rearranging the furniture, try cleaning things up, and then see how that flow of energy changes. Yes, so true, Kate. And hello, Nicholas. Thank you for consenting. That's exactly how I feel every time I clean. It just feels, oh, Dolly. Chaos on my space makes me anxious. Yes, Jessica. Yeah, if my house is messy all over the place, I cannot focus. Same. And Kevin said it's been documented that physical space is a reflection of the inside. True, I've heard that too. That's a good question, Mystical. So I don't feel like there's really a wrong answer. So for me, I think I'm a little ADHD. So I literally start a chore, like quit in the middle of it, move to another one, then come back to it, quit again, go to another chore. And I like, the way that I work is kind of chaotic, but it works for me to get my chores done. So maybe what you might want to do is set a timer for like, I'm going to focus on this one thing really hard for 30 minutes. And then I'm going to let myself have a break. And then I'm going to block off another 30 minutes and work really hard on doing this other task, cleaning the dishes, whatever. So maybe if you haven't found your flow like I have within my own kind of ADHD-ness, doing something like that could help you. Definitely not. The one thing I wouldn't recommend is being like, okay, I'm gonna clean the whole house today. I'm gonna get it all done. Don't like set yourself up for failure. If you know that's something that you have, if that's something you've never done, if that's out of your norm to take on, you know, all the cleaning in one day, just don't do that. Don't set that expectation. Don't set yourself up for failure. Just take it one piece at a time. Oh, Nicholas, I am so sorry. Yeah, I highly recommend that. Like, there are days where I can clean from top to bottom and it makes me feel good. It makes me feel great. But a lot of the times I have stuff to do. So if I take on that lofty goal, I'm setting myself up for failure. So it's much better to be like, all right, let me work in 30-minute blocks and give myself a break. Ah, that's a good one, Jessica. If you're walking in the direction something needs to go, take it with you. Exactly. A room per day. I love that, Catherine. Definitely with dishes. I know a lot of people struggle with dishes, so if you are headed towards the kitchen and there's a glass in your room, pick it up, take it with you. You're on the way. I just started a chakra healing book to try and help heal. I love that, Mando. So I cannot confirm that for sure, but I would say it probably would help. Yes. And Caroline too, something I learned in college, which you don't have to go to college to learn this, but it was just something that a professor said to me that really stuck with me. It was a professor that really, you know, didn't want his students to be stressed out. But this is more about studying. But anyway, he was like, study for 20 minutes and take a break. Your brain is no good after that time. You are just, you know, you're just forcing yourself and not really retaining. So maybe you need to drop it to 20 minutes, whatever. Just let yourself work in a block and take that break. Don't feel guilty about taking that break. It's so important to recharge. I love it, Mando. Oh, Cassidy, yeah. Oh, Nicholas, I am so sorry. And let me scrape the hips just by themselves. Working more in the hips. Let those hips release. Yeah, like, so for me, it's okay if things are a little bit cluttered, because that's kind of how I am, but it's organized clutter. Like, I know exactly, like, where things are within that clutter, if that makes sense. But things being dirty, like grimy, dusty, can't do it. That is where I draw the line. Like, I have to know that things were sanitized. Caroline, funnily enough, it was a history professor that said that to me too. Too funny. Yeah, absolutely, Karen. Absolutely. I know. And a lot of my professors, Jessica, were that way too. Like, and it was funny how they varied. Like, some people would have piles all over the floor and their desk. Some would be just the desk. Like, I rarely saw a professor that I would have considered like type A. They were very much kind of like how I'm describing, like organized chaos. It was great. Mystical, yeah. That's my husband. I'm like, just put the clothes in the basket. The basket's right there. Just put it in the basket. Oh, I love that rain. Where do we need to go now? More scraping in the hips is what the universe is saying. So you're going to get a good scraping. That sounded a little weird, but that's what's happening. No, you're fine, Nicholas. Scraping those hips some more. And thank you. I haven't said this yet today in the live. Thank you all for coming in and doing something for yourself. Thank you for liking and sharing so that more people can experience Reiki. Till 10, Kate. I was gonna say 10:30. I'm like, no, just 10. Yeah, we'll probably work our way back up, Yarvison. Let me give these hips a nice scrape. Jessica, that's where one of our baskets is, and it still doesn't work. Doesn't work. It's like a defiance of the basket. Like, absolutely not. Just not gonna use it no matter where you put it. Hello, Chelsea. Welcome in. How was your Wednesday? Now let me scrape back up the spine. Help hit that sciatica too, Yarvison. Ooh, releasing emotions is such a big part of having a more positive outlook. So releasing the physical emotions stored in the body. Yeah, so our laundry is downstairs too. I don't know how we could really put a laundry chute in, just with how things are. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Now I want to start pushing some emotion out of the body too, just with Reiki. I want to start pushing any sadness is the big one coming up. Let the sadness rise to the surface. Don't try to push it back down. Don't try to force it back down. Reiki wants to bring it to the surface. That's how it works, so it can release. So let's push this to the surface. And again, just acknowledge it. Be like, you know what? I acknowledge that you are here. I acknowledge that I am feeling you, and I am going to allow you to leave. Jessica. Dolly, thank you for consenting. I almost said let this heart space, because that was the last thing I read. Let this emotion come up and out. Acknowledge that it is there and set it free. Got chills? Yes. Let it out. And then as that emotion is lifting, I'm bringing in bright, sunny energy behind it. Thank you for accepting. Again, tell that emotion it's allowed to go. It's allowed to go. You are allowed to leave, and sunshine is going to take over. Help illuminate the positives. Maybe you are viewing something way more negatively than what it really was in reality. Hang on, I'm scooting up so I can set my arms down. What was I just saying? Oh yeah. Maybe you were just viewing something in a very negative light, and that may have not been the actual truth of it. So let the sun shine on it. Cassidy, thank you. Yes, let the sadness free. And thank you all again for liking, sharing, being here, doing something for yourself. And if you want to have massive emotional release, on Tuesday is our full moon in the sign of Scorpio. So link is in the bio for that candle ceremony. Again, the candles are like you're ready to truly let go. You're ready to go as deep as you possibly can. You're ready for big healing, big change. That's what I recommend for those candles. Like, the candle magic is let's do it. Let's start busting things open. So that link is in the bio. You're a Scorpio. I love it. I gotta have to yawn. This is that song again that sounds like I'm in a church. I mean, not that it's necessarily bothersome, but just like the organ just being hammered on kind of drives me a little nuts. Anyway, it's not what's important. Ladybug, welcome in. How was your Wednesday been? Yes, Jenna, you absolutely can. I have people that get them for their family members, for their dogs, their cats, grandchildren. Absolutely. As long as you have their consent. So like for instance, if someone's doing one for their children, which I've had, like the parent is able to consent for them. Leo. Are you serious, Dolly? Holy cow. That is incredible. That is so much Leo energy. I love it. Oh, I love it. Did you see I had to like stop and like read that? Like really read it? Like I had put my hands together. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, Dolly, that is incredible. How does it feel being a Leo? Like truly all Leo. I love that. Now this is a really quiet song. I don't know what's going on. I love that, Dolly. I bet you definitely don't have any trouble being, you know, very open in crowds with other people in social settings. Yeah, I don't consider myself incredibly well versed in astrology, like because there's so many things. There's trines, there's squares, there's all kinds of things. Thank you, Celeste, for the heart me. Welcome in. How has your Wednesday been? I just know like very basic things, but astrology is very complicated. It is very complicated. Oh, I love that, Emily. I'm pretty sure it's trine soundical. I don't know what I am in sun, moon, and rising. Go to astro.com and it will pull your chart. If you have your birth time, what is with all these organ songs? If you have your birth time, that's going to make it more precise. Just leaving the grocery store. Awesome. It was good. It was good. Let's go into the heart now. Thank you, Celeste, for the team bracelet and the roses. Wait, Celeste for the team bracelet, Cassidy for the roses, sorry. Let's go into the heart, just giving it some power. Still a lot of sadness. Why so much sadness here? Feeling sorry for ourselves, which is not always unwarranted, but let's check in with why we're feeling sorry for ourselves if this is you. Are we unnecessarily like rehashing something? Just really check in and be honest with yourself. And let it go, let it come to the surface and let it release. Prisoner is the word. Ooh, you do not have to be a prisoner to this sadness. You do not have to be a prisoner to the sadness. And don't make yourself a prisoner to the sadness. It's okay to be sad. I'm not saying it's not okay to be sad. It is okay. It is great to feel your emotions. Hiding them, stuffing them down, that does cause an issue, okay? So you need to feel, you need to process. However, I see this a lot, and I've been there too, so I get it. This is not a judgment. I have been there. We sometimes get stuck in that sadness. We get stuck in that mentality, and we keep rehashing unnecessarily when it's time to move on. So just check in. Why be behind the bars of negativity when you can make lemon bars? I love it. Let this go. Let it go. Let it go. It's okay to move on. It's okay to move out of the sadness. It's okay to move out of the sadness. Ooh. I just keep hearing victim mentality for someone. Again, not a judgment at all. Believe me, I have been there, and I have done that. It's not a judgment at all. So let's check in. Let's self-reflect. Are we staying stuck? Are we making ourselves a victim of our sadness? Oh, lemon bars sound so good. Wait, was it, you can throw yourself a pity party, just don't live there. I love it. That is perfect. I feel like that's a much better way to phrase it. Because when you start saying things like victim mentality, it can feel like an attack. And that's not what we're doing here. Like, there's no attacking and healing, but it can feel like an attack when you say something like that. So I love that so much more. You can throw a pity party. You can be sad. You can be pitiful. Again, it's great to feel the emotion. Just don't live there. The party has to end at some point. There has to be a cutoff time. Yes, exactly. I love it. You need to put an end time on the party invite. Dolly, I think it's because, especially when you've lived there so long, that's what you know. Even though it's not good for you, you know how to navigate it because you've been navigating it. So I think that's why a lot of times we get stuck and we're like, I can't let go. It feels like I'm gonna be so unstable and crazy if I let go. Sounded cool. Cassidy. I love it, Cassidy. We should make you the official, I don't know, the like mascot or something. There we go. There comes some sunshine. Let it out. Let it out. Kelly, thank you. I cannot wait to do them. And I'll give you all a reminder on Monday too. But I definitely recommend purchasing ahead of time. If you're like, let's do it. Let's dive into those emotional waters of Scorpio. Let's go into the depths, into the darkness, and bring to light what needs to be brought to light and let it go. And let's come out a badass, because Scorpios are badasses too, right? That is what we need to do. And within the listing, I also have a couple of questions that I posed and then some examples of how to word your release. So read both of those and that will help you formulate your intention. Finally, some sunshine in the heart. Let it go. Again, there is no judgment about staying in the sadness here. There's no judgment about it. Thank you, Annie. I feel like sometimes, especially on social media, people kind of, what's the word or the phrase that I'm looking for? astrology kind of becomes pop astrology, if you will. I almost said pop psychology, pop astrology, and like the signs get a bad rap. Here's the thing: every sign has a quote unquote negative attribute to it. There is not one that is free of something that's technically negative or someone could view as negative. So every sign has its great points and maybe not so great points. There is no bad sign. Cassidy, I think because a lot of people who are Scorpios tend to be more standoffish, maybe not so nice on the outside, but really the majority of the time they just have like a darker sense of humor. They're really funny people. Again, they are a water sign. So they are very deeply emotional, and Scorpios tend to be the water sign that doesn't dance around the point. So they can be very blunt, and that can kind of throw people off. With them being a water sign. Just snapping out some more energy, snapping out some clouds. They are. Scorpios are very deep, but they just tend to have more of that. I don't know, a lot of Scorpios that I meet just seem a little more dark and mysterious, kind of like they don't want to talk to you, but they do. They're typically very not like, ugh, why are you talking to me people. They may look like that, but that's just not really how they are. Yes, we are all of our signs. We exhibit attributes of every sign in our chart for sure. So sometimes, for instance, since we're already talking about Scorpio, so a lot of people will identify with their sun sign, but you may feel more like it can be any other sign in your chart. You may feel like some other. It's very possible. Cassidy. Ooh, let's amp up the heat a little more. Draw that sign. Now I'm starting to see water in the hearts. I like it. I like it. Oh, Annie. That's a good word too. A lot of Scorpios I meet tend to seem edgy too. Rain, it can be a lot. Totally can. Yeah, because there is a lot that goes into reading the chart. I have not had mine read in depth, so I'm not sure who to recommend for a super in-depth reading. Cassidy, then stop. You're good. Thank you. Thank you all for liking and sharing. And again, thank you for being here and doing something for yourself. Oh, Jessica, I love it. I know this last on the new moon, they sold out before we even got to the live, and I was like, some people are going to be a little upset. So I highly recommend always purchasing them before, because that sometimes happens. They are not there once we get to the night of. And again, I am still trying to figure out a way in which I could do more, but I still want it to be interactive, so I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. I can't, in one session, I can't really burn more than 15, or it's just ungodly hot in here, and that's unsafe. So we'll figure it out. Firefly, so we will meet every night for 3 days, for the 3-day soul purpose thing. It'll probably be like an hour to an hour and a half. I wouldn't say any more than that. So we are going to meet each night. If you cannot be there each night, it is going to be recorded so that you can work through the energy in your time. So you will be channeled in, and then you can work through it with the video. So on the first night, we are going to work on bringing up your heart space, opening it, and this is going to sound it's going to sound interesting, but we are going to work on solving the equation in your heart for your true life path numbers. We are going to figure those out. Then on the second night, we're going to go into your soul and kind of put our ear up to your soul and listen for the keywords about your path. So we are going to find the path, and it could be more than one number. And then what is the more specific role on that path? Like for mine, my life path numbers are 7 and 8, and my keyword is vessel. So I'm meant to be doing this. I'm meant to be a vessel for the divine to work through. And then on the third night, we are going to start calibrating your energy so that you are on the same wavelength as your soul purpose. So that's a very broad overview of how that's going to work. Yes, they are, Catherine. I mean, maybe, but I have pets, so I wouldn't be able to leave. I wouldn't want to leave one table unattended. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yes, it'll be in Zoom. Central, I think you're only 1 hour behind. So when you go to book, it's actually going to show in your local time. So the only appointments open for the 8th, 9th, and 10th is the soul purpose Reiki. Yes, thank you, 7:30, an hour behind. That's when it'll be. So when you go to book, you don't have to worry about making that calculation in your head. That's going to be the only appointment open that day. So you don't have to worry about all that. I set my booking system so that if you say, I want to have an appointment at 5:30 my time, and we're in a different time zone, then the appointment is going to pull through at whatever 5:30 is in my time. So you never have to worry about like, who's in what time zone, what do I book? I tried to make it super uncomplicated. Or as uncomplicated as I could. So yeah, 7:30 Central. And then again, if you're not able to be there live, it's going to be recorded. No, I totally get it. I'm more aware of the time zones now because it's something I have to like keep up with in my job every day. So Eastern is what you consider like the latest time zone. And then Pacific, which is all the way California, Washington over there, that's the earliest time zone. And then it is Pacific, Mountain Central. Did I do that right? And then Eastern, right? I think that's right. Sometimes I flip-flop Central and Mountain. They're the middle children. They get forgotten. And then there's Arizona that doesn't flip-flop time zones. It's its own child, its own breed. Where should we go now? Solar. Would we like to go into the solar plexus? Mountain more or less follows the Rockies, yeah. Let's go into that solar plexus. Let's bring in some more bright energy. Oh, some of you need to hear this. It is okay to be happy. I think we actually touched on this a little bit on Monday. It is okay to be happy. You do not have to do, we did actually talk about this on Monday too in that live. You do not have to have met like certain conditions to be happy. We like to put a lot of conditions on ourselves. Be like, well, I can't be happy unless I, worked a full 40 hours this week and I did all my chores and I, shit like that. No, you deserve to be happy whether you did that or not. Happiness is a necessary emotion. Because as some of you or all of you probably know, being sad, being stressed, being angry, that literally is detrimental to our health. So don't treat happiness as a reward, is what I'm trying to get at. Happiness should not be solely a reward. It is necessary for our functioning. Bringing in brightness more to that solar plexus. Oh, sounded cool. I feel like it's just hard for anyone, period, especially in the US, because we like to do this thing where we try to be robots and we try to suppress, and we're not very open about things, you know, especially mental health. We just don't do a great job of exploring it. We don't do a great job of being open and accepting of it. Oh, Firefly, I know that. I know that that hole, if you will, that you can get stuck in. Let's take some of that out of the solar plexus, actually. Taking out that fear that bad things are going to happen once you're happy. Let's take that out. Taking out the fear of bad things happening once we're happy. Because here's the thing, I posted something kind of like this on this same like train of thought in my Instagram story. That healing is not about getting to a place where you will never have a moment where you're ever triggered again, or you're never going to have a moment where you're never angry or sad again. That's not what healing is. That's unrealistic. That's called toxic positivity, when you never have a quote-unquote bad moment. Healing is about expanding. It's about growth. It's about if and when something not so great happens, that we're able to deal with it and process it in a much more healthy way. That's what healing is. It's being able to pull ourselves out of that hole if we ever fall back down in one. That's what healing is. Do you, Firefly, are you the same name on there? I don't know. Here, I have to readjust. Sorry, my legs are stuck to my chair. Your Phyllis on there? I don't know. Maybe, I hope you do. Same name on here. Same name on here across all social medias. So YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. That's all I have. If you're on Twitch and you find a random Twitch account with Starbloom Healing, that is me too. I haven't done anything on there. And then I think that's all I have. Did they, Firefly? So we are not going to be waiting for that other shoe to drop, so to speak. We are not going to let that keep us from being happy. We are not going to wait on that shoe to fall. Thank you, Cassidy, for the roses. Hello, Brianna. Welcome in. How has your Wednesday been? When I clicked on my TikTok app, it literally had the ban on it. Oh, you mean like a video about the ban? Oh my goodness, 12 hours. Holy cow. Just clearing more of that energy. Nerves in the tummy. I'm feeling some more nerves in the tummy. So if this is you, let's work on this. Feels like a knot. A letter? I have no idea, Nicholas. I didn't see anything like that. It was a notification? Let your stomach like unclench. Let those nerves unclench. It kind of looks like a yarn ball. It's like a mix, like a yarn ball or a rubber band ball. Let them start unraveling, snapping. This is a safe space to let it all go. Again, don't try to shove your emotions down. Don't do that. Let them go. Reiki is designed to bring them up and out, to release. Let them come up and out. That's gonna be, yeah. Oh my gosh. What's everyone doing for the weekend? Any exciting plans? I did my aura photo last week. I don't have anything planned this weekend. Do you guys want to see my aura photo while I have you here? I can show it to you. For those who maybe haven't seen it on social media. Had lots of knots, like anxiety knots. Yeah, I feel like a knot in the tummy. Gonna play D&D, hang out with friends. I love it. Your grandma's birthday. Happy birthday to her on Saturday. Yes, you wanna see it? Okay, I'll show it to you real quick. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it in the rainbow light. So I've got like a bright ball of pink, gold. Hang on. Yeah, this is more gold. This is more yellow, like an orange, green, blue, violet. And I don't think you can see it very well in here, but can you kind of see like at least these 2 orbs? There are 5 in total. So 5 spirits were with me during this picture too. And then look at how bright my chakra, my throat and my heart chakra are. Crazy. Crazy. I love it. Like, this is the best photo ever. Like, the most meaningful photo ever. And seeing that the spirits were with me while I was doing it. Friday, I'm gonna go to a reggae festival. I love that, Jenna. I hope not either, Nicholas. I'm kind of like, I don't really know if it will or won't. I was talking to the guy who owns the place that hosted this event, and he was like, I don't really think it is, you know, because what it really is a money grab. It's them just being dicks. A very oversimplified explanation of the reasoning behind all the hoopla around it. So I don't know. Yeah. So they are called Inner Light Aura, but the place who hosted it was Float SNJ, or Float Southern New Jersey. And he is located in Marlton, New Jersey. His name is Tom. He is the owner. He is amazing, and he brought them in to do that. I highly recommend doing it. It's always a fun experience, and your aura changes over time too. It's not a static thing. So it's just really cool to see how your aura can shift like after doing energy work, and it's so awesome. Yes, I did Starlight. So they also did a little mini reading, like sat us down at a table and did a little reading with us, and all of it made perfect sense. Totally aligned with what's happening. Yes, I am in New Jersey. I was complaining when I first hopped on about how bad you New Jersey drivers are. I was like, but other than that, I don't have any complaints. But the driving is a big bone of mine that I'd like to pick with everyone. Why do you drive the way that you drive? When we first moved up here, I was just like jaw on the floor. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is not how they drive. So this place that did my aura photo, the place that I do saltwater floating, brought them in. So I would look up places that could do an aura photo. What it is, you sit in front of a camera, and I think it's a wide lens. It made my face look very big. I was like, oh my God, is that my face? Anyway, so if you look at it on social media, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, my face looks way bigger. Anyways, I guess it's so they can capture all the space around you for your aura. And then you put your hand like on these boxes. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like a sensor. So there's like sensors under your fingers, under your hands, and that reads the energy. Yes, sister. Crazy road ragers. I was dumbfounded when we first moved up here. I'm like, what? I could not believe it. I had one behind me the other day. I was doing like 5 over the speed limit. There was a car in front of me, so there was like nowhere I could go, and they got so close that I could no longer see their headlights, and I was like, I'm not playing this game with you. I'm like, I am not doing this. Yeah, like there's no reason for it. Gotta do my puzzle piece, sorry. Have to concentrate so it doesn't think I'm a robot. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. So guys, all I can see right now is a screen with a puzzle piece on it that I just did, and for some reason it's not letting me back in. Oh no. Can't complete the verification. Let's do it again. Oh, there we go. Now I'm back in. Originally from Arkansas. I haven't lived there in, well, I lived there for about a year during the pandemic, but prior to that, I haven't lived there in over a decade. Yes, I absolutely do. I also carry some things with me that definitely keep my vehicle protected, so yeah, I definitely do. But every once in a while, I'll just get that person that thinks that riding my ass is going to make something, like make the outcome different. I'm like, I don't know how when there's cars in front of me. Like, what do you want me to do about cars in front of me? Nothing I can do. Tummies need a bit more work. It's tempting to do, it really is, but people are taking people's lives over things like that, and that's just so wild to me. And flipping that switch of anger is not something I want to do within myself, because I do have that within me, and I just don't want to do that. Like, the point of driving is to get safely from point A to point B. There's no reason to be riding anyone's ass. There's no reason to be swerving all over the road. There's no reason to be doing 120. There's no reason for that. I'm sorry, I'm getting on a bit of a soapbox, but I just take stuff like this very seriously, having had people that I care about killed in car accidents, so I just have no tolerance for it. So, and then I'll leave it at that. I just don't have a tolerance for it. Good night, Firefly. Yep. Thank you for the rose, Firefly. I'm kind of between two stones. Let's just try both of them. I mean, there's no harm in that. Let's try lepidolite first for the tummy. Rain, I would definitely keep black tourmaline. I would also put clear quartz with that to amplify those protective properties. I would put in hematite. What else am I feeling? Copper too. That's interesting. Copper that I'm feeling. Why am I feeling copper? To create, like a kind of like a magnetic field. That might sound a little weird, but I'm feeling that. But I highly recommend black tourmaline. That's something I keep. The clear quartz, hematite. You could even do black obsidian. Highly recommend those. So I'm bringing in lepidolite. This is a great stone if you deal with anxiety. This gets its color, I believe, from lithium. That's one of its main components. So it literally has, like there's lithium that some people take for their anxiety. And this is actually a worry stone. It has a big groove in it for your thumb. So like you can do this. It's a very gentle stone. It kind of feels like a soft, warm blanket. Oh, Rihanna, I hope not. Poor kitty. Liv, yes, Reiki will absolutely help Relax the body so that you can heal faster. Just consent to that flow of Reiki energy. Let it flow through your body. Let it go down to your tummy. Oh, Rihanna. Things are going to be okay. I know that's a very general statement, but the universe just said you need to say that because someone needs to hear that. Things are going to be okay. Thank you for sharing, Starlight. Thank you for liking and sharing, everyone. Things are going to be okay. Things are going to play out the way that they're supposed to play out. It's going to be okay. So if that resonated with you, that was for you. Oh, Rihanna. Ooh, let those clouds of doubt and worry leave the stomach. Leave. It feels like they're like stuck in the rib cage. Let them out. Oh, I love that soundicle. What was that bang? Did you guys just hear that? I don't know what that was. I'm so sorry. So many people with tummy issues. Yeah, we're still in the stomach, so this will help that too. I actually do have an upset stomach video. I have playlists, so that would be in like Reiki for the body, I think is what it's titled. Or if you just want to put my name in the search bar and put upset stomach, you can see all the comments on it. It had a lot of really good feedback about it helping people with upset stomachs. To be honest, it's something that I'll play for myself too if my stomach isn't feeling good. I'll just turn that on and let it play in the background. I'm not even necessarily watching it. I just set it down and receive. I have a cramping video too, Abby. I have that too. Thank you for the rose. Let's go back to carnelian. Nicholas, I'm so sorry. So carnelian again is one of my favorites for really getting into the stomachs, tendons, tissues, things like that. However, it is a stone that a lot of people use for passion. I sometimes use it for that too, but it's not like my go-to, my first stone for that, or the first stone on the list. So again, if you're new to crystals, crystals can work in many different ways between people. So again, like carnelian is something I go to if I have like an aching sore muscle. But for you, it may be that stone that ignites your passion. So it's really fun to play around with how they work for you. Hello, Angelic. How's your Wednesday been? Let your tummies relax some more. Let's go up into the mind too. Let's get you out of the loop of anxiety, thinking about everything that could go wrong, thinking about everything that maybe has gone wrong. Let's stop that loop right here, right now, so you can get back on track and find the solution and see the positive light up ahead. It was good. Thank you for asking. There is light up ahead. Let's focus on the light that is up ahead, the light that you can create up ahead versus worrying about what maybe has already happened or what is going to happen, because you can still create light up ahead. There is still light up ahead. Cassidy, I am so sorry. Let's focus on what is down the way, what is up ahead. All things come to an end. So if you're in a period right now that doesn't seem so great, all things come to an end. Things are not going to forever be one way, especially if you are working towards changing them. Like being here and doing your own healing. Doing this healing is the catalyst of change. If you've never seen me before, you've never been here before, you know nothing about me, this person right here is not the same person 5 years ago. Oh my God, it's been 5 years. This person would have never put themselves out on social media, never been so vulnerable, would never share, would never create a business where I go into these topics with people, where I empower other people who had the confidence to do anything like that. Hang on, Spotify checked out again. Sometimes it just gives up. This is not the person 5 years ago before my healing. And now here we are, being here and doing the healing work, joining our programs, having private appointments, joining all of these things literally changes things. Things will not be the same when you work on your healing. If you dive in earnestly, honestly, and you go in with an open mind, ready to explore, ready to heal, things will change. Yes. It can be easy to feed fear, especially if you're anxiety prone. Like that was me. I was always a ball of nerves. So talk about always feeding fear, feeding thoughts of things that, you know, feeding the thoughts that weren't true. Reiki completely like cracked that, busted that wide open and changed that. Cass, thank you. I love that. Thank you for being here. So let's keep cracking open that mind, creating the train track that moves forward, not the train track that goes in a loop. I have never heard of them, Cassidy. Sorry if you hear my husband, he's on a video game and it's getting a little intense, it sounds like. This healing will change everything. I've done extreme internal healing of ancestral stuff and my childhood traumas, and I am different. Exactly, angelic. Exactly. Look at that. Actually, I can even say, so you know how I was saying, if you go in earnestly and honestly, I'll be 100% honest with you. I probably didn't go into my healing 100% honestly, and it still changed things. It still did. It brought out the honesty and the openness in me. So it still will make a difference. Now, if you approach it more honestly and earnestly, of course, it will take you even deeper. But definitely just coming to this work, it will change things. It will start breaking things open. Oh, Stacy, that's interesting. Hello, welcome in. How's your Wednesday been? Shadow work is definitely important, Stacy. Definitely important. Thank you all for 20,000 likes. Thank you all again for being here, doing something for yourself, and 20 shares. Look at that, 2020. Thank you all. And most importantly, again, doing something for yourself. Thank you for doing that. You mean just like starting your healing journey in general, Sherry? There's really no wrong way. I first started with meditation and crystals because, you know, I liked shiny things. I liked colorful things. So I started collecting crystals, and I then started to incorporate meditation, and I would meditate with my crystals so I could get to know them, or actually just kind of by chance, I realized I was getting to know my crystals by meditating with them, and they were, you know, taking me on a journey, showing me what they were there to help me heal. That's where I started. And then I saw a post from Lunam Love, the person who taught me Reiki. She was like, I'm offering Reiki. I'm like, I don't really know anything about Reiki. I have never had Reiki done to me. I don't know anyone who has had Reiki done to them. I was like, but I just felt this literal push from the universe. It was like, you have to do it, you have to do it. So then I dove straight into Reiki, and of course started using Reiki on myself. And then after a while, I got another shove from the universe. It's like, it's time for you to share Reiki with other people. And that's how it happened in a nutshell. Thank you for the heart puffs, Cassidy. Cass, so that's an interesting phrase. Felt, but I've never have like felt fully healed. Is that what you were meaning to say? So sometimes I think in the world of healing, of spiritual healing, there is this lofty and unrealistic goal of being fully healed. Let me tell you something, there's no such thing as being fully healed. What do people usually think of when they think of fully healed? They think of, I'm never going to be sad again, I'm never going to be mad again, I'm never going to have a down moment again. And that is unrealistic, and that is not true. Healing is a journey. Healing is growth. Think of healing as growth. Think of healing as becoming more adaptive. Yes, and healing is not linear either. It goes like this. It's crazy curly. Healing is getting to a place where you, for instance, you change the way that you respond. You no longer have certain thoughts or emotions or actions, take over you. So it's not like this static concept of being healed. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense, because a lot of times in the spiritual world, I'll see people be like, well, I still think about this thing from time to time. Yeah, that's normal. But does it take over now? Like, do you let it put you in a spiral? Like, that's what healing is. Healing is not, never being sad or depressed again. I have high self-expectations and very critical. Totally get that. And healing, absolutely, angelic. Healing is a lifelong journey. Totally is. As a kid, my parents put me to bed at 7 and I hated it. So I got kind of on a little bit of a spiel there about healing, because I think that's so important, especially people who are very new to healing. Because again, when you're on TikTok, when you're on the internet, there's a lot of people out there that are wanting to sell you an unrealistic concept. And I'm here to be real with you. Healing can do so much. Healing can take a lot of the sadness away. It can take a lot of the pain away. It can make you a different person. But it's unrealistic to think that healing is a place of constantly feeling great. Because that is not human. We are human. We are going to have down moments. We are going to have times where we're a bit depressed. That's just natural, and that's normal. Constantly being positive is not normal. And I see a lot of that in spirituality. They're trying to sell this concept of, once you're healed, you're just always positive, and if you ever get angry, you're unhealed. No, that's not true. Not true. Yes. Yep, exactly, angelic. I think the better word for healing is balanced. You become balanced. I think that's a better way to think of it. Could have saved all of that blabbering I was doing earlier if I had just thought of the word balanced. But that is another topic I'm very passionate about as well. I'm not here to blow smoke up your ass, and I don't want you to buy something from another person trying to blow smoke up your ass and being like, I'm selling you positivity. No. Healing is not all sunshine and rainbows. What time is it? I can't see because the 9:58. Had to put my finger over the thing because my light was in the way. Thank you, Annie. Yes, exactly. Balanced and having a higher perspective. Yeah, I think that too, Cassie. Sometimes a lot of people confuse healing with the desire to be unfazed. You know, yep, exactly. And again, this healing journey is not linear. It goes crazy, it goes up, down, it swirls, it does everything. So don't ever, beat yourself up or be like, oh, it's not working because I'm not making a huge leap. Sometimes it's like that. Grounding is healing. Yep. I love grounding. That was the first place I started in my own healing, was getting grounded, because I just felt so unsafe physically, mentally, emotionally, in my own energy, in my own head. I just felt so unsafe, and getting grounded is the best place to start. That's what I recommend. I should take some clips from that little spiel and post them here about healing. I think that would be helpful for some people to see. Of course, this will get reposted to YouTube, but maybe if I shortened it into smaller, digestible pieces, I think that would be helpful. Maybe I'll do that. Grief, yeah, grief is exactly the same. Absolutely. You're gonna have days where it really hits you hard, and some days it doesn't. It's not a linear journey either on that. And then one day it just kind of hits you like, oh crap, I really did make progress. Thank you, Bruna. I do too. I feel like they need to be had, because again, a lot of people come on social media and see this like really shiny, bright, packaged version of healing, and it's an unrealistic expectation. And then they end up buying into things that really don't benefit them or push them forward, you know? All right, it is time to tuck you in like a little burrito. I'm still feeling like a shrimp burrito tonight. What are you feeling like? I really want some shrimp. I don't have any shrimp. You had tacos today? I love it. Cassidy said a sleepy burrito. I love it. And don't forget, our full moon in Scorpio ceremony, Cannot Talk, is on Tuesday. Link is in the bio to purchase your candle. Again, there's a whole written up thing about how to word your intention, how to release some questions I posed, some examples. So again, link is in the bio. I highly recommend getting them before the day of. And I will see you in the next one. Let me seal you up. Good night. Good night. Good night.